Yo, hello and welcome to today's edition of The Reaction with me, Minkajikop. And we are doing this in an uncomfortable situation, but we still have to do on our chopping boards. Let's delve into the Afena situation and talk about CAF and its disciplinary committee plus other matters. Look, it's quite unfortunate that things are happening this way. Let's start off with the African football situation. In 2025, we organized the AFCON. Nothing happened. It was seemingly perfect until the finale between Senegal and host nation Morocco decided to birth out an uncomfortable, chaotic situation, which for me was handled in a much better way by the referee, in as much as the referee could have even done much better. The referee did seemingly well on the night, taking away the chaos and other things. Look, both sides were wrong. Ismail Sabari was wrong from the Senegal point of view, having to make a decision at some point that yes, indeed, won't play the game, but referee making a decision or helping them to come back to the field and play the game just to finish the game up was nice. Everything, look, the back and forth, the aftermath of the game was clear and obvious that yes, indeed, it was heading towards a certain tangent, but the reality was that Senegal turned out to be the winners of the 2025 African Cup of Nations, which was perfect. It was good. Everybody was enjoying it. The moment Senegal took the trophy back home, now the CAF disciplinary committee came back and said that some fouls were made and that punishment were going to be meted out to wrongdoers on the night, which was fair. It was fair because in a football, rules are made to be implemented. So it was fair. Fines were being dished out. Fines were being paid. What else again? Only for you to realize that 2 days now, CAF has decided to overturn their own ruling, claiming that Article 82 and 84 has been implemented or has been enforced, and that there is no reason for Senegal to be noted as the 2025 AFCON champions. Now, my question here is this. In their first ruling by the CAF disciplinary committee, did they not see or cite the Article 82 they are talking about now? What prevented them from implementing the Article 82 in the first ruling? The back and forth of the whole matter is this. Nobody is to be blamed but our own Confederation of African Football under Patrice Motsepe. Look, this is a man who has done so well, and that if today we want to even take him out of the picture, he has done so well in terms of his administration. African football has gotten to a certain level. 2 years ago, we experienced the same AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire. Super tournament. It got a lot of accreditation, a lot of validation from the world. But why now? Why Morocco? Is it true that it is now CAF equal to or synonymous to Morocco? Is it compulsory that Morocco is supposed to be in the picture on all fronts of African football? Since when did Morocco become a powerhouse in African football? Since when? With no disrespect to Morocco football, the Football Federation in Morocco should understand African football is not synonymous to African football. African football can never be synonymous to Moroccan football. And I'm not pestered because I want us to do this on a normal grounds. And sometimes we all can admit we are Africans. And so talking about your own becomes so much difficult, so very difficult. And in today's reaction, I want to say this. It is clear, it is obvious that Africa is heading towards a certain tangent, and CAF must make sure that the right thing is done. UEFA will never do this. We can cite numerous situations that UEFA could have stepped out and meted out some tough punishment. But what did they do? They looked at the situation, told themselves, we have a reputation to protect. In this situation, CAF, no, they should know. If they don't know on the hindsight, they should stop tickling themselves and laughing and tell themselves in the face that we have a reputation to protect as a football federation, as a continent on our own. We have a reputation to protect. African football cannot be muddied in such manner. This travesty must stop. Yes, of course, Morocco wants to get to the top. In getting to the top, this is not the way to go. Football sometimes can be cruel to anybody. It could have happened on Senegal side or Morocco side. Okay, in a situation where Morocco had buried that penalty missed by Brahim Diaz, would they come back and tell us that Senegal has forfeited the game? Is that what they were going to say? No, is that what they were going to? Today, you have to pardon me. I'm doing this outside. It's funny. At the same time, it's interesting because, come on. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. African football must be protected. African football must be protected. If CAF thinks that everything must be done in favor of Morocco, it is untrue. And Morocco should know that we are in this together. We are all Africans and that we should be each other's keeper. In as much as we went in for a competition, we should also know this is a competition that is meant to propel Africa to the highest level, that is meant to reshape the thinking of the world, that Africa is not the third world country, is not a third known country, is not the third force of the world. It is one of the best continents in the world. And if you are looking for football greats, if you come to this side of the world, you are going to find them. We've had it, we've done it before, we are still doing it. So what's our problem? Why are we making it look like if Morocco didn't win the 2025 AFCON, the world will not survive? The world will crash down. Come on. We could have done better. We can still do better. And I'm expecting that as this matter moves to CAS, the Court of Arbitration for Sports, something positive should come out of this. Senegal should not return this trophy. No matter the ruling, I am in support of. Look, how is it going to look like? Just think about it. That a game that is supposed to be decided on a pitch, on a turf, has been decided in a courtroom. Since when? Why are we want to be known that in the world we have become the first continent to ever make such a thing materialize or happen? See, Masa, let's move on and talk about Ghana football. Things are happening. Friendlies are about going on. Our friendlies, pre-World Cup friendlies. I am expecting Kututuadu. In as much as, yes, indeed, we want to see one of the best sides, or Ghana being one of the best sides presenting or representing the African continent on the world stage. We still cannot sit here and pretend that nothing is happening. Things are happening. For me, in the friendlies, I was so disappointed that we had 4 debutants and yet we still executed or we still presented a list without Afena. In this friendly, this should have been his more or less qualification ticket. He should come justify himself why he's supposed to be part of the team heading into the World Cup. This young man has sacrificed. We missed him at the 2022 World Cup based on our own personal interest. We have another glorious opportunity. The young man is still struggling. Without Ghana, this guy could have been heading to the top. Remember when we needed him for the 2022 qualification World Cup tournament or series? Remember, Jose told us in the face, this guy is not ready, is not mature to play the national team. Yet we forced him. Look at the game he played against Nigeria at the Papaya Sports Stadium. He played his heart out. Today, what do we tell him? He's not good enough. If the national team is for everybody, Afena is a Ghanaian, he deserves to be part. The next friendlies, he's supposed to be making it. He's supposed to be cutting it. For me, I would want to see him there, and I'm sure every Ghanaian would want to see him there. This is where we bring an end to today's edition of The Reaction. My name again is Jacob, and I'm out. Bye.